Yo, I hate dating in Houston.
I know a lot of people say it's no love in Houston, right? Because it's a fast ass city. What if women just like the same kind of...
I'm meeting people who are not interested in me. That means every single woman in Houston wants the same man.
If you start talking to somebody who just moved to Houston, he's not going to be ready for another 2 years.
Y'all, my dating life is trash. Okay, it's ghetto.
But then the transition from like living out there in LA to Houston. The men out here, I was just like, oh my God, like, yeah, there's so many options.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get into this.
Yo, I hate dating in Houston. I hate dating in Houston. And I'm convinced that dating here is ass for a few reasons. You get on the dating apps, and my personal one of choice is Hinge, but you get on the dating apps and you have the people you are absolutely not attracted to, like the type of people that you couldn't pay you to go and spend any amount of time with because you just physically, it's a no. So you swipe.
But how do you know that? From looking at them? Because you can't tell what kind of person they are from looking at a picture. That's how all of you were choosing. Guys are choosing, saying, I want to see how she is and get to know her. I want to spend that time.
On to the next. Then you have the people who are mediocrely attractive, but their profiles aren't interesting. They don't have a good job, so no, you swipe. Then you have the people who are mediocrely attractive. They've got a decent profile. They're interesting enough, and they have a good job. So you were like, okay, maybe I can go ahead and go on a date with you and see where things go. But then you find out that they're a piece of... They want to play in your face. They're not cute enough for you to really like them, but they play in your face. Swipe. Then you have the people who you're attracted to. You're attracted to them, but they're not interesting. Not interesting. Got a good job, but they're not interesting. Swipe. You have the person that you're attracted to. They've got a good profile, but they don't have a real job. They don't have a real job. Swipe. And last but not least, you have the cream of crop, the person who you are carnally attractive to because they are a conventionally attractive person. Everybody would look at this person and be like, damn, they find a sale. Okay. Then they've got an amazing profile, right? They have traveled the world. They might have, a sense of humor. They might have really insightful, thoughtful responses to the prompts that are on the page. Just overall seem like a really well-rounded person, and they've got a good job. They've got a good job. And all three of these things are great until you look at their dating goals, where it will typically say something along the lines of figuring out my dating goals, looking for friends, or the one that is the absolute worst, it won't have anything at all. It won't have anything at all. So then you gamble. You gamble and you go on the date with a person where it doesn't say anything at all, and it goes nowhere.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
It goes nowhere. And why does it go nowhere? Why does it go nowhere? It's because they're conventionally attractive, they're interesting, and they've got a great job. That means every single woman in Houston wants the same man.
Yes.
And when you're in that high of demand, why would you choose? Why would you choose? And don't get me started on what it's been like dating women in Houston. It's not any better. It's not any better.
Thank you.
But I don't know what we're supposed to do out here. I really don't know. When you're a hopeless romantic dating in a city like this, what the supposed to do?
Yeah. It's wild because what she's saying and like, come on, we all know you all want the same guy, but still at the end of the day, we know who's the problem, right? The ladies, they set this pie in the sky and they want that guy that checks off all their boxes. But this is the thing, and this next guy gets into it, and she said it too. I'm happy she said it. So, I commend you for understanding men go through the problems too. The next guy tells us on some of these problems, and he doesn't even have to talk about it. It's wild because you look at every major city, it seems like the ladies are having the same issues, and the men are having the same issues, and we all know what it is. That's why a lot of guys have taken the back seat to this dating thing, right? But let me get into it.
Hey, buddy! Squidward! Free cleaning service? Census taker? Good day, kind sir. Would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?
You see those things there. The unrealistic standards. I only eat Benihana. Would you buy a section for my girls? These are things men are running into when they're out in the wild, and men are getting tired of it.
So look, I got a topic. So I know a lot of people say it's no love in Houston, right? Because it's a fast ass city, very fast. What if women just like the same kind of nigga? Like, I feel like every woman want to date the same kind of man. Am I tripping? Like, if you don't fit your credentials, like your exact type, you don't want them. I feel like all the good men are the men that do not fit your description. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Don't fight me. Maybe we should start dating the opposite of what we like. I feel like all the great men in Houston probably don't do the or hang out where you be at, you know? Like the bars. You're not gonna find a good nigga in a bar. Maybe you just start waking your ass up and going to Walmart at like 5 o'clock in the morning, because I feel like all the good men, they be having just like the good women who, you know what I'm saying, have shit to do, have a lot of motion, don't be in the clubs like that. Neither do.
Yeah, she said go to Walmart at 5 o'clock in the morning. The good men are probably not going to Walmart. You ever thought about that? You ever thought about the food options? All the different options there. It's not quality, except for like if you're trying to get some electronics. But other than that, if a man is going somewhere for food, try a much better grocery store, right? Somewhere with high quality foods. Somewhere a guy can eat at and get great organic food that's not highly priced. They're probably going to be there.
In the clubs like that, neither do the good men. I feel like they be having. So maybe y'all need to start getting up early in the day to try to catch good men. Not even catch, I ain't saying you looking, but you know, just stroll down the aisles at 5 in the morning. They got a whole routine just like you. So maybe go outside, and when you say you're going outside, just don't go to the bars or don't go to the popular places. Go elsewhere. Cigar bars. Oh y'all, I don't know. I'm tweaking. I'm just wondering, because everybody say that it's no love in Houston, but I know it's very tough out here for sure. I've been here for 3 years and I've been single as well, but it's just like, what if the good not where you be at? And let's be real, good men are just as rare as good women nowadays. So shout out to all the good men.
Yeah, props to you for shouting us out, but she's right. They're definitely not there, and she doesn't know where to find them. Most don't know where to find them. You can find a lot of them at the gym, believe it or not. At 5 in the morning, if you understood a top man, like you said, a guy that has an executive job, he's in the morning, he's working out early in the morning. Why? To prepare his mind for the day. I remember working a sales job, and I was in my 20s, younger 20s, and I made decent money around that age. That had been 25 years ago. I was making about 50, 60,000 a year at that age. So when you work doing that kind of work, sales or something that you need to be on top of your game, you have to exercise. You have to fight those demons, get those demons out your system early, jump on a sales call and be pumped up. But you got to know where to find them.
So I want to tell you about the not so fun part about this whole dating thing. So I'm meeting people who are not interested in me, like over and over and over again. Like they are not interested in me.
I wonder why.
Like on Friday, when I went to the first event, there were like 100 people there. I talked to a ton of people. None of those guys were interested in me. None. Okay. There was this.
You guys see it. I'm not going to say anything. You guys say it for me. Tell me what you think of that in the comments.
There was this one guy, I saw him and I could tell he was in his like late 30s, early 40s. And I walked up to him, black guy, and was trying to engage with him. And like, oh, he was not interested. He even gave me the like tap pat and walked off. And I said, oh, well, that's awesome. And it's not fun at all to be going out and trying new things, trying to date, and seeing that people are just not interested in you. So I just wanted to share that because I know I'm sharing how excited I am, and I'm going out and I'm doing new things. I'm intentionally engaging with men, meeting men, and all the things. But I also have to like come home and like deal with the fact that some of these guys, a lot of these guys, are just not into me, are just not interested in me. And I have to accept that, okay? So I just want to say to those of you all that are out here and you are putting yourselves out, whether you're a man or woman, that you're going to have people who are interested and you're going to have people who are not interested. And for the ones that are not interested, we have to just swallow our pride and remind ourselves of our awesomeness, which is what I remind myself of my awesomeness, my beauty, all that I have to offer, whether these people that I'm meeting are interested or not. And then I get to keep and do it over and over again.
Well, you got to break down yourself. You got to have a man mindset. And what are men doing? Men are saying, you know what, I need to buckle down, get in the gym. And if you did that, you'll start glowing. Why? Because you'll start looking better, feeling better. You'll have more confidence. And you'll go, wow, the men are looking at me now. Seriously. You start dressing better. Really pay attention to every detail. I don't know, you come across like a lady that doesn't put too much into how she's looking. Like, I know a lot of girls wear too much makeup. And you're wearing makeup right now, but you're not glammed up. I can see it right now, you're not. And so a guy treats you like that. Now, I know it's like I'm going against how men feel, but I'm not. Because the man will deal with you. He'll deal with you if you work out, get yourself in a better headspace, also look space, you'll knock him dead.
Ladies, if you are in Houston, from Houston, born in Houston, just moved to Houston, whatever it is, let me just tell y'all about dating in Houston. First of all, if you know what's good for you, don't do it. Just don't. But second, if you still want to pull through even after me saying that, I will say do not date anybody who just moved to Houston. If you start talking to somebody who just moved to Houston, he's not going to be ready for another 2 years. If he had just came to Houston, Houston women are magnetic. We're charming. We're beautiful. We're successful.
So single. So single.
There's like a hustle about us, but also like a level of femininity that are just super magnetic to these men, especially men who have never experienced us before. And with that said, their first 2 years, they're not going to be able to commit to you at all. Like that's just going to be the truth of it. Like if you want a serious relationship, you're either going to have to date older than you, or you're going to have to date someone long distance, so they don't live in Houston at all and have no interest in moving to Houston. Or you're going to have to date someone that you like pulled from like your childhood, that kind of the one that got away type of person that's just been wanting you forever. Or you're going to have to date someone that's in ratio, you have to be finer than him. And even then, that's really a stretch. But like as a woman, if you're a 10, you got to date a 7. And that's really saying something. Yeah, but I mean, overall, just don't date in Houston at all, right? Like move.
I think for me, the biggest culture shock of just like men in general was making the transition from like, you know, being in like LA, like towards, you know, the later, you know, the end of my, like when I was like in the beginning of my 20s, but that's when I really started dating, of course, like most of us. But then the transition from like living out there in LA to Houston, and the men out here, I was just like, oh my God, like, yeah, there's so many options.
Yeah.
But options physically.
That's it.
Physical.
That's it.
It's the physical.
Because they should never been an option outside of that.
And then once you get to know them,
Once
it's
they
like,
open their
okay.
mouths, it should have never been an option.
That's the problem right there. She said it. They have too many options. But once men realize they have all the options, like the last lady said it. She said, when men come to Houston and we're so magnetic, so a man gets to going, wow, all these options are around. all these beautiful women, he's going to explore those options. Is it right? No, it's not right. But hey, what's going on right now in the date market ain't right. How guys are being viewed. Like the one guy showed it, bottle service. I only eat Benihana. So if a man's doing all of that and he has no problem doing that for everyone, because some guys got that kind of money. Is it right? No, he shouldn't have all the options, but he's going to explore them.
Y'all, I think I'm in the worst city when it comes to dating. Like, I'm not knocking the bottle girls, but like, why is every pretty female a bottle girl? Like, where the females that work a 9 to 5, get off work at 5, she tired, she want to lay down, eat some food and relax.
Those days are over.
But nah, see, you date a bottle girl, I get off around 5, you know what I'm saying? By the time I get home, get situated, she leaving to go work at the club. And she finna go be off flirting with these. I can't do that. Come on, man. Then on the weekends, when it's, you know what I'm saying, I'm off, that's time we get to spend together, go out to eat. But no, she gotta work at the club. So if I can't see you more than 5 hours a day, what's the point?
Man, a guy wouldn't even get with her. Like, seriously, you tell a guy you have a girlfriend, she's bad, but she's a bottle girl. No. Like, put him on a Pop the Balloon show. Boop, pop, 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 pop. That's what you're going to hear. Guys are not going for it. Guys are not going for baby mamas, bottle girls, probably nurses nowadays, because, those nurses, they're getting strange, not even for no piece of change. They're just doing it because they want to do it. But yeah, you're defeated. You give it a bottle girl, because you never know when's that next baller going to impress her. Seriously, you got a girl that's bad, and every day in the club there's guys looking to impress. That guy's gonna be throwing tens and thousands of dollars, and you got all this kind of money. Yeah, she may say she's used to it, but really, come on, the guy's really showing improving. She's going.
Y'all, my dating life is trash. Okay, it's ghetto. I'm gonna tell y'all. So I'm on Facebook dating, right? Don't run to it because there's nothing on there. And but anyway, so I try to stick with one app. I can't do multiple apps at a time. It's just anxiety driven. But anyway, so I meet this guy a few weeks ago, right? And we'll just call him X. And so one of the reasons that sent me to the dating apps is because the majority of the men that I meet these days are younger, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just my personal preference is I would rather, settle down with somebody my age. I'll be 49.
Over 27, unmarried, female. What do you call this lady? 剩女, which means leftover women.
On my next birthday, so I'm looking for somebody in my age group. 35-year-olds.
I gotta say though, she looks young. She got the black don't crack, really.
36, 37-year-olds, y'all are cool, but yeah, I'm trying to settle down. So at any rate, I meet X, right? We've been talking for 2 weeks.
She got her face snatched. Oh, that doctor's in Houston. Remember that doctor show with the ears? He's in Houston.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
I think she got her face snatched.
2 weeks straight. 2 weeks. Every day, talk to the gym. He knows all about my kids, everything, right? So we finally settled on meeting up this past Saturday. We were supposed to go to the movies and go out to eat. Cool, right? So I called him on Friday and I was like, hey, I hadn't talked to you about the movie we were going to go see, but just FYI, if you haven't already seen it, I would like to go see Gladiator. So he was like, cool, bet. And I was like, and I guess if we're going to go eat, we was going to go to Nico's, then I guess just like maybe find a theater kind of close to the restaurant. So I'm walking him through the planning of the date, which I don't normally do, but whatever, okay? So we were supposed to hook up, meet up the next day. Next day rolls around, I don't hear from dude, nothing, right? Now, mind you, we've been talking for 2 weeks straight. No call, no nothing. Around 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock, he texts me, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Are you okay?" So then he calls me and he's like, "What?"
So I had to say, guys, you know that she's hot in the air still. I know I'm petty. I don't know.
Like, "Well, I haven't heard from you." And I said, "Well, why would you hear from me? We're supposed to be going on a date. You never called back. You never said anything about what time, the location, anything like that. I even gave you a general time. I told you around 3-ish, 4-ish. I gave you the movie. I never heard back from you." He was like, "Oh, well, I thought you was going to call me back. And actually, I actually forgot the name of the movie theater you told me." Now, he just asked me if I had a preference on theaters. I said Cinemark is cool because they got heated seats. I bet. So dude said he forgot the name of the theater. Like, there's not a million movie theaters in Houston. And so he was like, "Well, my bad."
I'm confused. Like, where was that story leading to? He said he forgot the theater. Like, there's not a million theaters in Houston. Was she saying, like, there is a million theaters in Houston? Or there's not? Because, I don't know. I think there's a lot, right? From the way she was making it seem like there's not a million. So that means he probably really forgot. I don't know. I'm not trying to jump on him on the guy's side. It just doesn't make no sense. But still, they're all struggling. And I wonder why. We all know why. We all know who's the problem.
Ladies, come to the front. Let me tell you something that's important, okay? Come on. If you have a hint of an idea to move to Houston to find your Prince Charming, don't do it. You will not find one here. Houston is not the place where you can fall in love with a guy. Because I promise you, those 3 cousins that you met yesterday that were girls, those are his side piece. Or maybe one of his main chick or his wife. Do not move to Houston thinking that you will find your Prince Charming. Trust me, you're going to get hurt. If a guy from Houston asks you to relocate to Houston to live with him or live close to him, immediately no, sis. Immediately no. You're setting up yourself for failure. Big failure. Stay away from Houston if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for a good, faithful man, Houston is not the place. The few that's been here, they already been taken. Don't do it. I've seen so many of y'all on my FYP page get hurt and heartbroken by Houston men. Y'all need to learn your lesson and stay away from these men because they are not here to be faithful to you. The only people that they're faithful to is them damn self. Don't hurt yourself. Don't put yourself in a position to get hurt and be heartbroken. Stay away from Houston men.
You see all the negative talk, and I got to show you guys that there are couples everywhere, every state, with women that are getting on their program, right? I got to show this. Take a look at this married couple.
If you've been married any length of time, you know that date night is a must. My husband and I have been married 9 years, and we learned over that time that we have to make date night a priority. So recently, he took me to the Rooftop Cinema in Houston, Texas. It's near the Galleria, if you know this city or if you're from here. The decor was so cute. There was a October Halloween theme. There were skeletons and ghosts everywhere. And it was just so adorable. I just know it would be so cute in the daytime just to hang out, maybe have drinks or brunch or just a daytime movie with friends or something. They don't show brand new releases.
So I'm going to stop it right there. But see, with them, it shows hope. But this is the thing. And what ladies need to understand. I'm sure she's very accepting. I can tell from her bubbly attitude, right? She's nice. She's friendly. Does she give him issues? I'm sure. Every wife gives issues, no matter if they're Christian or not. You're going to have some drama in your relationship. It shouldn't be all about drama, but there will be some drama as long as at the end of the day, you're willing to work together and make it work and not expect Benihana's, because some of the demands are outrageous. Oh, Benihana's, I expect the man to take me somewhere different every time. And I'm going to say it for like the 10th time when you have football players like Ocho Cinco saying, I'm never going to spend $300 on a girl. Meanwhile, somebody's spending it on him, but most guys are not trying to spend that much. He's rich and he doesn't want to spend that much. Think about it. But yeah, let me get on to the next one.
Hey y'all. So I just want to tell y'all about this dating experience for me living in Houston. First of all, let me tell y'all that the dating scene here absolutely sucks. Like, it sucks. So this one time I went out on this date with this guy. Now usually I don't give out my number, right? Not my real number anyway. So I'll give out like a Google, or I say I'm in a relationship, or I'm gay, or whatever. But this guy, he didn't give off like he would just text me, what you doing? He was attractive. He made very good conversation.
You see what she did? She made the man push, push, and push, and push. Now there's a problem. Let's hear it.
Conversation. He maintained eye contact. He seemed like he was a very intentional person and very intelligent. So I gave him my number. Why not? So we get out on our date, right? So we decided to drive, our own cars there. I get there and he had valet waiting on me at the door, honey. Okay, I get out the car, valet already there waiting on me. Give him the keys, right? He grabbed my hand. We go inside the restaurant. So this restaurant is supposed to be like this big deal, like a 5-star restaurant. A lot of people go there in the city of Houston. So we get to.
So we're hearing the guy pulled out all the stops, valet service. It's a real nice restaurant. So step one, he went through her, rejecting him, push harder, got her. Step two, he pulled out all the stops, took her to a real nice restaurant with valet. Let's hear the next part.
To the restaurant, and as soon as I walk in, they greet me by my name and said, we've been waiting for you, and gave me a glass of champagne. Okay, this ain't never happened to me before, okay? So I'm wild. So we get to our seats. They walk us to our seats, reserved seats. And then the waiter came and said, would we like our order taken, like very fast, very prompt service. So we took our order, and then, but I was drinking lemon drops, but I wanted like a strawberry lemon drop or something. But they said they didn't have Don Julio. Now that's usually my choice of tequila when I drink is Don Julio Repo. So they said they didn't have it. They only had Casamigos in 1942. So I said, okay, I don't drink Casamigos, so I'm trying to figure out what else I could substitute it with. He said, get the 1942 if that's what you want. They said the 1942 was double than regular price drinks, so instead of 20, you'd be paying 40 a drink. He said, get it. I got it. He walks off. Another lady comes to walk up to us with these big, beautiful flowers. Most beautiful flowers that I've ever seen. Now, I get flowers a lot, and I have got plenty of flowers by my ex. But these flowers was breathtaking. Okay? And I don't even like flowers like that. But these flowers was amazing. Okay? So he said he handpicked each flower. Each flower was different. He handpicked each flower. Big, beautiful flowers. I love them. I'm wild now. Now I'm like, okay, I like this date. We're having a good time. We're laughing. We're talking. And
all right, so before she continues, he's pulling out all the stops so far. She's getting drunk. I can't make this up. She's getting drunk. 1942 liquor. She want the cheaper liquor. He got her the most expensive liquor. So he's showing her he's the knight in shining armor. She's showing him I'm the drunk girl in the club.
The lady who brought the flowers is like, these are so beautiful. Where you get them from? So I'm like, you didn't get them from here? You didn't order them from here? He said, no. I took my time out my day earlier and went and got the flowers and then brought them here and asked them if they could deliver it to you. Oh. Okay. So now we getting around to the real conversation. So I'm like, do you got a girl? He say, let me drink some more. Let me get a couple of these wings. And then I tell you, let him do it. He started telling me that he has a situation, right? He get to tell me about the situation. Y'all, as he telling me about the situation walked up.
Yeah, right. So the man, he was exploring his options. Now, Was it wrong what he did? Yes, it was definitely wrong. You're taking a woman on dates and you have another girl. What do you expect? The man knows what to do because he's been doing it. There's a lot of players in Houston, and he's going to explore his options, but he knows how to pull all the stops. He knows how to slide him off. Because that situation, when she wouldn't have popped up there, but I think where he made a mistake was taking you to a place he's been to before. And she knew he would be there, or she may have his iPhone location. But that's where you messed up. But other than that, usually other women, and I'm sure this happens to him in Houston, are gonna say, "Oh, I have no problem with him having a girl." That could be his wife. I have no problem with it. Why? Because he's pulling out the stops for me. She's not accepting it. But do you know how many more accepting it? Is it right? No, I don't think it's right. I don't like it, but that's how it is. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out. See you next video.